Breaking barriers is a theme that we came up with because it's a theme that overall is overarching in terms of all the items that we're going to hear across today and tomorrow. Good morning everyone, and you're all very welcome this morning to what is the National Youth Committee's Youth Conference 2022.
In any company and in any organisation, youth are extremely important because we have to have people to fall into the shoes of those who went before them.
It's very important that we include the youth in the credit union movement going forward. Years ago, the credit unions were set up by young people in their 20s, and we need to make sure we're re-engaging with the young people to ensure that we have a credit union movement for the future.
And it's also nice to just come together as kind of a credit union community as such. There's always inspirational speakers and you always go back with new ideas.
Once you open your potential in life, anything is possible, like, as long as you're willing to fail and willing to step out of your comfort zone. That is the key, and being yourself.
We're working on a really important initiative for yourselves, and that's about developing our advocacy and regulatory engagement approach, that piece of importance with the central bank in particular.
I'm not here to become the next Bill Gates, but I'm also not here to become the next Mother Teresa. If we can find a happy balance there where we can employ family, friends, myself, and do some good and raise some awareness, why not?
But going back to the history of credit unions, they came out of people realising that working together you can do more. All of us, from the Agriculture Commissioner right through to finance, are focusing on where in our portfolio we can do more and listen more to youth, and that's what we're doing.
But my feelings about Ireland changed, not because I changed, because I didn't, but because Ireland changed. If you want to change the world, yes, it's important to have your rallies, get information out, print up your literature, all of that. But that doesn't change hearts and minds. What really does is knowing people.
We're just going to run through what we do in Cork. A lot of it is youth-based, but it's also general community-based work.
The fact that it's Cork credit unions, we really are pushing it, that it's theirs, it's for them, you know.
Regardless of how you are or where you're coming from, welcome. You matter and you belong in this room.
The most important part of this whole document is about engaging in young people.
I think a youth conference is important because I think first the youth are very important. I think we're the future. We're the ones that are going to lead the country in a few years to come. So I think it's very good for us to get an insight into credit unions and learn more about them.
Barriers are there all the time, and it is a matter of surmounting those. It's not a matter of standing back and say, oh sure, look, that's the way it is.
I think youth isn't recognised within credit unions, and people see it as an older sort of bank thing, but I think they need to realise that it actually is becoming more of a youth-orientated company, and we're moving into more diverse situations that we need to deal with.
It's always hard to get engagement with the younger generation and to try keep pace with what the younger generation want.
Particularly interested in the diversity theme this year because we've created a new environmental social governance group in the credit union, and diversity and inclusion is one of the aspects that we need to focus on.
I think this will help us really learn how we can make it more appealing to the youth.
I'm really looking forward to actually talking to the people at the conference just to get ideas. I think that's where the best ideas come from. Youth is the lifeblood of the credit union movement, and I know through many of the fora that we've been involved in attracting people into the credit union movement, we have to get people who are not only experienced but young and engaged.
I am so looking forward to just something new, something different, something we haven't had before. So I am absolutely looking forward to all of the presenters, to be honest with you, but particularly those that make a difference and that say things differently, because we learn from that.